What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with Dark Outpost, and The Last of Us Part 2 sales numbers are in for the opening weekend, and it absolutely demolished records. So congratulations, Naughty Dog, not for putting out a game that people like because people hate this game, but for managing to trick your fan base, to lie, manipulate, and deceive for years with fake trailers, fake gameplay, and just straight up lies from Neil Druckmann himself about this game to trick everyone into thinking it would be something that it is not. We are going to get into this. We're going to get into sales numbers and all of these steps along the way that Naughty Dog has lied to you in order to sell these games. If we are going to cover spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled for this game for some reason, please tune away. But let's take a look right here. From PlayStation Blog, The Last of Us Part 2 sells more than 4 million copies, and that is an astounding number. It just goes to show that, if you have this dedicated fan base and you lie to them for years about what something is, and anytime anyone tries to criticize it, you false strike their YouTube channels trying to silence criticism. Anytime someone posts a meme on Twitter, you DMCA that and get a meme taken down. That you can be successful. Naughty Dog's gripping follow-up is a hit with fans. I disagree. It sold a lot. It is not a hit. We're delighted to report that The Last of Us Part 2 is now the fastest-selling first-party PS4 exclusive ever, with more than 4 million copies sold as of June 21st. Now, to put that in retrospect, Spider-Man PS4 was right around 3.3 million. So that's far and away, that's a lot more than even Spider-Man PS4. So this thing sold a shit ton of copies. Naughty Dog has created an experience that truly transcends the category with The Last of Us Part 2. They've honed their craft for years and lied to everyone, and have once again set a new bar for what is possible through interactive entertainment. The Last of Us Part 2 represented large-scale innovation in gaming and a great blend of excellent gameplay and masterful storytelling. All this came together to deliver a generation-defining experience in the fastest-selling first-party PS4 exclusive. So congratulations to Naughty Dog and Sony for successfully deceiving the fan base. But this is going to have great repercussions. We know that in places you're not allowed to return this game. Specifically in Australia, you're not allowed to return this game because they have such a mass influx of people wanting to return it that cannot. But let's just listen to what Neil Druckmann says, because he admits himself exactly some of the things that they did to try to trick the fans.
The worst way that this game could be presented already happened, like our worst fear. Because we did so much to try to protect the story, right? Including putting fake shots in trailers and swapping skins on characters and recording a different line with Troy.
Yeah, you sons of bitches. I came back from that preview event. I'm like, they're like, no, I think he's going to die. I'm like, he's not going to die. I just saw him. He grabbed me. He grabbed Ellie. He's fine. And it was the demo that I had played that was still hours from now in Hillcrest, right? Like, that does end with me meeting Joel, but that wasn't real. And so it totally, even with me having it spoiled for me, wasn't spoiled and still caught me off guard and still was extremely powerful.
And it worked. Clearly, silencing all criticism with false copyright strikes and lying to your fans works. So let's take a look at some of these things. Let's start off with Neil Druckmann's words himself so many years ago. So this was in 2018. The Last of Us Part 2. Ellie is the only playable character. The Last of Us Part 2 will seemingly focus entirely on Ellie's story. Naughty Dog has confirmed that Ellie is the only playable character in The Last of Us Part 2. IGN notes that during a closed-door presentation of The Last of Us Part 2, were the same one that they were talking about in that clip I just showed, where, again, they changed the game just in order to trick members of the media so they would have their backs in defending them. God, that's disgusting. Co-lead designer Richard Cambier stated he cannot confirm if there are multiple playable characters in the game. However, creative director Neil Druckmann, so Richard Cambier says, well, I'm not going to say anything about the game, but Neil Druckmann just straight up lies to everyone, saying, he soon contradicted that by saying Ellie is the only playable character in the game. Neil Druckmann specifically lied to everyone about this. Because guess what? If you knew that Abby was going to be played half the time, you wouldn't buy this. They would not have sold 4 million copies. If this was marketed as an Ellie and Abby adventure, Are you kidding me? This would not have sold 4 million copies. That is why people are so upset about this game. You can see right here. Here's another way in which you tricked us. 4 years ago, this is what Neil Druckmann said, and everyone believed him.
Loves these characters more than we do, and we would not do this if we didn't feel like we had the right idea. And the part 2 is really kind of doubling down on that, to say we believe in this so much. We're not trying to avoid it, and we like, I've played with so many ideas that had different characters, and it never felt right. The Last of Us is about these 2 characters specifically. No one loves.
There you go. The Last was about these 2 characters specifically, but it's really not. Just imagine a world where we had gotten the entire, like, all the trailers are Ellie and Abby. Like, that is what they advertised, and what they advertised is what we actually got. Now, we know that trailers are misleading all the time in movies and things like that, and that's part of it. Misleading is one thing, but lying and deceiving is completely another, and that is what this all falls into. By taking a character, putting a different skin on a character to make it look older during the trailer, like Joel, and then in the actual game, it's not that, is it? In the actual game, it's a flashback. That happened over and over again in this game. And there was even, like Neil Druckmann stated in that clip, they had Troy record lines that weren't in the game. We know that Troy Baker recorded different lines because this line is not in the game at all. Let's just take a look right here. Look at this part of the trailer. The trailer for this game that got everyone so hyped.
What the hell are you doing here?
You think I'd let you do this on your own?
Right? That is the line that they had at Troy record that has nothing at all to do with this game, because in the actual game, this is what happens. God.
What the hell are you doing here?
I think I'd let you do this on your own.
It's Jesse. And even Troy Baker goes on to say, oh, it was such a shock, so surprised. If people had known that Joel wasn't going to be a part of this game, they wouldn't have bought it. They would not have sold 4 million copies. And you know that because that's why they were so eager to protect this story. Neil Druckmann goes on to say that he knew that there was going to be some people that absolutely hated what they did by killing Joel. And by striking every single channel that they could who was critical of this game, critical of where they took the story. And let me just point out, illegally false copyright striking, illegally abusing the DMCA system. And every single one of the appeals that we sent through on my channel, on Gaming with Geeks, on Geeks and Gamers, Lethal Lightning, Jade Shadow, Mannix, all of these people, Heel vs. Babyface, everyone that submitted a counter won. Because Sony and Naughty Dog did not have a legal leg to stand on by striking these videos, and they knew it. They did not want to go to court. They let the videos go back up after we had to wait through YouTube's process, which takes 3 weeks or right around there. They went back up because they knew that they were not legally allowed to do that. It's absolutely disgusting, the tactics that Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog have gone through in order to protect this game, in order to sell this game. Make no mistake. Now again, congratulations to Naughty Dog for deceiving the fans so well that you sold 4 million copies. Congratulations for lying to people about what this game was, that it was going to be a game about Joel and Ellie, when in reality it's about Ellie and Abby. In the entire game, you're made to feel like Ellie's a piece of garbage and that Abby is awesome. That's how they're trying to manipulate you, and it's sad that some people are taking the bait, but if you love the game, I'm happy for you. There are tons of fans out there that absolutely hate what is done and hate that they were tricked and hate that they wasted their money on this game. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.